the fam, that's what they call me. Promise that you never be lonely. Be the fam.
YouTube! What's up, y'all? It's your girl T Michelle back here with another episode of What's Really Good. Y'all, I just did an episode of What's Really Good. Like, I just released one like 2 weeks ago or whatever like that, and I wasn't even going to film today because I was tired and I had a long weekend and there was just a whole bunch of shit was going on. But I have to, because it's like one thing after the next keep popping up and popping up and popping up, and it's good content. So why not just go ahead and take full advantage of it, y'all? All right, we're gonna get right into it, y'all. This shit. Okay, so my girl Megan done came out and said basically what we all already knew. I told y'all. Didn't I say that? I told y'all that this nigga was the one that shot her. Like, you could tell in the beginning that she was trying, like, to not say no names. Like, she was trying not to name drop and shit like that. But everybody knew. And you want to know how I knew? I'm going to tell you how I knew. The nigga was too quiet. He was too quiet. How is people accusing you of shooting somebody and you don't say nothing? Like, you going on. I mean, all right. Granted, some people, you know, they said that maybe he was quiet because, you know, his lawyers probably told him not to say nothing. You know, he probably was advised not to say nothing until X, Y, and Z happened. But listen, y'all, even Snoop. Y'all remember back in the day in what, like 90, 96 or what, whenever, y'all know what I'm talking about. People that's 90s babies like me. I'm an 80s baby. I was born in the 80s. But people that grew up in the 90s like I did. Y'all remember when Snoop was, when they was looking for Snoop because they said that he had shot somebody and he went on trial for murder or whatever like that? All right, granted, when that happened, Snoop wasn't even the one that shot the dude. His bodyguard was the one that shot the dude. But the reason why he ain't say nothing and the reason why he didn't go to the cops at first is because his attorney wasn't even in town at the time that the shit happened. So that made sense. Like, that makes perfect sense. Like, you ain't got no representation. You shouldn't say nothing. But this nigga been spotted in McDonald's. He been spotted on vacation. Like, he's just been walking around and he been having his little publicists and stuff like send little subs to like the Shade Room and all these other news outlets is basically making her sound like a liar. Like, oh, she a liar. Like the bitch shot herself. Like, that's basically what they was all trying to paint. Like, she was faking and she was lying and stuff like that. So I knew y'all that it was just a matter of time before she was gonna be like, all right, this is what really happened.
Like, I don't be fucking with nobody. I don't do nothing to nobody. But y'all motherfuckers really dragging it. Like, I tried to just be cool, stay out the way, because at the end of the day, I'm really a real bitch. Like, I'm from Houston. I'm from the motherfucking South Side. It ain't like let me go run and tell my business to the motherfucking internet. Let me go run and tell my business to the police. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never been that type of person. Like, but I'm not gonna let y'all keep playing in my face. And I'm not gonna let this nigga keep playing in my face either. So, since y'all hoes so worried about it, yes, this nigga Tory shot me. You shot me. And you got your publicists and your people going to these blogs lying and shit.
Because, but we all knew. We all knew. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I say all that to say this, that this whole entire situation is really showing people who they fuck with. Like, you really starting to see like how some people is really making this a joke. How there's a whole bunch of people that's like, well, what did she do before she got shot? Like, what? What do you mean? First of all, and I'm not even trying to be like on no political shit, but I do believe that the reason why she being questioned and the reason why she been called a liar, why everybody's making this a joke and all type of shit, is because she's a black woman. Yes, because let a white woman get her ass beat. Let a white woman get her ass beat. Let a white woman get shot at. Don't nobody ask no questions. Not what did she do? How did she do it? Did she do this to him? She must have cheated on him. She must have put her hands on her. Nobody says that when it's a white woman. When it's a white woman. Y'all, there's a movie, right? It's an old movie. It's a Lifetime movie. And it's called A Cry for Help, right? It's called A Cry for Help. And it's about a lady named Tracy Thurman. Look that up, y'all, in Connecticut. Her name was Tracy Thurman. And she had went to the cops like a whole bunch of times, like when her husband was like threatening her because she wanted to divorce her husband, but he didn't want to divorce her. So she was like calling the cops and saying like, this nigga threatening me, and they was just like, well, he ain't doing nothing to you, so I mean, like, because he ain't doing nothing to you, what can we do? And I was like, she got a restraining order and all that fly shit. She went and did all that fly shit, right? The nigga ended up stabbing her 13 times. Like, fucked up her face, scarred up her face. She's paraplegic now. Like, one side of her body don't work. He fucked her up and all type of stuff. But then nobody in Connecticut and nobody in the world, nobody said, well, what did she do before he stabbed her 13 times? Like, nobody said no shit like that. But Megan gets shot in the foot. And motherfuckers automatically is on some shit like, well, what did she do to him? Like, what did she do? Because why would he just shoot her like that? Because the nigga is crazy. Obviously, the nigga is crazy. Like, you need another excuse to shoot somebody. Why else would a nigga shoot a female? Number one. Why would a nigga shoot a female unless he was crazy? So, I mean, like, you know, and, you know, there's some people that's coming out in support of her. Like, Bun B is coming out. You know, Bun B is from Houston, Texas, like she is. Bun B is coming out. Tip ain't really like siding with nobody. Tip is just kind of like, nigga, you need to say something.
Shit, man, I wouldn't let nobody be talking. Man, Tori, you need to say something, bro. You need to come on, man. Clear this. You need to say something, bro. Exactly. You gonna have to speak to this. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know. To be honest with you, you have a lot of fans and supporters. You got a lot of people who out here, man, who stand next to you, stood next to you, do music with you. You got to, you know what I'm saying? At least call somebody on the phone and say something. You know what I mean? You got to say something, bro. This shit looking bad.
Which is true. I said, if you didn't do nothing wrong, and you innocent, why are you quiet? Like, somebody gonna have to explain that to me, and I don't want to hear no bullshit about, oh, well, maybe his attorneys nah, if you got people saying that you shot a female, you know what I'm saying, of all things, you ain't shoot no nigga, you shot a female in her feet, why wouldn't you want to set the record straight? Like, you ain't gotta make no big statement, no big scene, you know what I'm saying? But you could at least be like, nah, that ain't how it went down. Like how what she did when she first came out, she was just like, I just want y'all to know that yes, I was shot. No, I was not arrested, and I was shot on purpose. That's all she said. She didn't say no names. She didn't say none of that. So why he can't do the same thing? Why he can't come out and be like, listen, yeah, shots was fired, but I didn't do it. Or I ain't mean to shoot her, or whatever his excuse was. You know why? Because there ain't no fucking excuse. How you dress that up? Like, how can you even give a story about that? How can you even like create, if you wanted to lie? What could you say? Like, what could you say? Like she was walking away from the car, and I saw a squirrel, and I was gonna shoot at the squirrel, and I missed the squirrel and hit her feet. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing you can say to like dress up that entire situation. But yeah, Tip is just basically like, nigga, you need to come out, you need to say something. And I agree, you need to come out and say something. And Mario, the singer Mario, he came out, he said some stuff, and motherfuckers was attacking him because I think he had like a lawsuit or something with his mom's, you know what I'm saying? His mom's passed away, but like I think she did something. He put his hands on her. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But he came out in support of her. But motherfuckers was like attacking him. And motherfuckers was also attacking my husband. Michael B. Jordan talking about he don't need to be talking. He was in support of her. And motherfuckers is talking about, oh, you talking about we need to support black women, but we also need to date black women. Which brings me to my next story. Listen. Now, I met my husband, Michael B. Jordan. I met him probably like 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that is my husband. Yes, because in my mind, we are married. Okay? In my mind, we've been married since hardball. Okay? So, I met my husband like 3 years ago. You know, he came to my job or whatever. He was flying out. I couldn't go because I had to work, and I made the choice to work. But my husband came through, and even though we together, he is a flirt. You know what I'm saying? He's a big flirt. You know what I'm saying? And he's touchy. He likes to touch. You know what I'm saying? But of course, if you are inviting, you know what I'm saying? He ain't just gonna out and touch you. But yeah, you know, he likes to touch. You know, he likes to give nice, cozy, warm hugs. You know, my husband likes to do things like that. So I was a little taken back and a little annoyed that this little bitch ass nigga right here, I don't even know his name. That goes to show you how irrelevant he is. I don't even know his name. He came out and said this and did this bullshit interview and said this.
Michael,
He's so cute.
So he had Creed body. He'd walk around his house, and I was the house assistant at that time.
Yeah.
So I was helping him move in. He'd walk around in boxers and no shirt, and he was so flirty. He would flirt with a wall. So he'd flirt with me. He would flirt with everyone in the office. He just flirted with the wall. Like, he was such a flirt. And I, being like so young, I was in my 20s. I thought we had a moment, but I could be wrong.
I think you did.
I was in his closet, and he was just like, "Are we gonna kiss?" And I was like,
What?
I was like,
Wait, what?
yeah. And I was like, Michael, and he's like, "I just like to josh around with you." And I was like, I started twitching. I was like, And I was such a professional person. Thanks a lot, Dad. He was always like, you have to be professional all the time. So I was like, Michael, I have a job to do. And I went downstairs and started receiving packages. I should have received his package.
Okay.
Yeah, he came on to me.
Can I analyze?
Yeah. I know my husband. But not only do I know my husband, but I know every female, every gay male, whatever. Now, if you was in a closet, right? If you in the closet with Michael B. Jordan and he got on some boxes, no shirt, some boxes, looking all sexy, looking all like gorgeous and shit like that, and this nigga is up on you, supposedly, he up on you, and he says, are we gonna kiss? We gonna kiss or what? Am I alone in thinking that I fucked the shit out of that nigga right in the closet? Like, I mean, like, no. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know if I'm bugging, if I'm being a little extreme. Every female, and every gay male, you know what I'm saying? If that's your thing, because your type might not be black men, but whatever. If you in a closet with Michael B. Jordan and he looks at you, he looking you up and down and all type of shit like that, walking past you in his boxes and no shirt on and shit like that, and you in a closet with him and he says, we gonna kiss? Hell yeah, nigga, we gonna kiss. We gonna kiss everywhere. We gonna kiss all types of places. Like, and this nigga talking about, he was like, I have a job to do. I can't do that. Are you crazy? That's how I knew the nigga was lying. That's how I knew it was bullshit. You want to be seen. You bored. You want some fame. You want your little 15 minutes. Listen, me and my husband gonna give you your little 15 minutes of fame. But everybody in their right mind, any female in their right mind, any gay man in their right mind, you in a closet with him and you gonna be like, oh no, I got a job to do. I got a job to do. I can't do that. That is so unprofessional. I got a job to do. Nigga, I got a job to do on that dick. Hell yeah. You see him, you see his lips, y'all? Like, man, no questions asked. I just was sat right on his face. We gonna kiss? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. I'm being too vulgar. I'm serious, y'all. That story didn't make no sense. That shit sounds so stupid. And I think that's why ain't nobody really talking about it, because it's clear that it's a lie. Like, you in the closet with Michael B. Jordan. He asks you if you want to kiss, and you say no. I got a job to do. This is unprofessional. This is Michael B. Jordan. Like, are you crazy? This is Killmonger. Are you mad? Like, what is wrong with you? Please, honey. Go sit your little flaming, whaming ass down. No disrespect to none of my gay people out there, because I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. You know, I respect y'all for being who y'all are. But this one right here, sit your little flaming, whaming ass down with that bullshit, because nobody believes you. Now, next story. This made me so upset. I feel so bad for her. And let me just say this up front. If you the type of nigga who, number one, is married, number two, your wife is pregnant, number three, your wife is about to give birth, and you out there doing some fuck shit on her while she's pregnant, and this is like, from what I know and from what I've seen, if any of y'all watch The Family Hustle, you know, with T.I. and all of them and stuff like that. I'm talking about LaToya Luckett and her husband. I know that what the nigga name is? Tommy. Yeah, Tommy. How you begged her to have this baby, like I think the whole last season he was just pressed. Like, we need to have another baby. We need to have another baby. I'm ready for another baby. I need what I think he said he wanted a son. I need a boy. Like, we need to have another baby. Da, 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 da. How you pressed? You mad pressed to get her pregnant. She get pregnant, and now there's bitches coming out saying that they got video of you doing all types of things and all types of compromising positions and stuff. It already look bad for you anyway. It already look bad for you because everybody's seen how much of an asshole you are on the show. You know, everybody see that. You know him. He the type of nigga I don't like. He the type of nigga that, like, and everybody knows this about me. I can't stand this type of man. Like, if you this type of man, you ain't got no type of chance with me, because I don't deal well with people that can't communicate. He the type of nigga that if y'all having an argument or y'all having a disagreement, he ain't gonna talk about it. He gonna leave. Like, nigga, I'ma follow you. Like, what you mean? Like, I'm just saying, yes, I'm one of those types of chick. Like, you ain't about to leave. I'm about to follow you. And if you leave, don't come back. Because, like, if you can't sit down and have a conversation about what's bothering you, you a grown ass man. Like, you not no kid. Like, and if you can't sit down and have a simple conversation about, listen, I didn't like when you did X, Y, and Z. You know, as my girl, as my wife, I ain't appreciate when you said X, Y, and Z to me, when you did X, Y. If you can't sit there and say that, and your solution to the problem is to get up and leave, like, nah. It ain't gonna work. And I'm telling all y'all niggas out there, I'm telling all the men out here, I'm telling all of y'all, that shit does not work. Y'all, a lot of y'all feel like, oh, I'm leaving because I don't want to argue. I'm leaving to avoid a problem. I'm leaving to avoid a fight. Nigga, we don't forget nothing. We don't forget shit. We don't forget nothing. And as soon as you come back, that shit is going to resume. And the longer you wait to just nip it in the butt and talk about it, the worse it's going to get. So don't do no shit like that. It doesn't work. It doesn't work unless your girl is exactly like you. And I don't know no female like that. I don't know no female that when she mad, she don't want to express herself. Unless she just too through with you. Like, unless, like, she's just like, you know what? I really don't really want to be with this nigga anyway. So I don't care what he does. Because I'm telling y'all, when my ex was the exact same way. And the only time I stopped talking, like, the only time I was just like, all right, I don't even care, was when I was done with his ass. Like, when I didn't even care to be in a relationship no more. Then I didn't care if we didn't communicate and we didn't talk about nothing. But yeah, the nigga foul. This nigga is foul. Like, There's a I don't know if she a stripper. Is she a strip? I think she a stripper. I think that's what they said. That she a stripper, and she claimed that she got video. She's saying she got video of him and her having sex, and it must be true because she Latoya went and deleted him off of her Instagram and blocked him and took all the pictures down of him and her and all type of stuff. But I just feel so bad for her, y'all, because I can only imagine, like, that's hard to deal with on a regular basis. But imagine being pregnant, and she like 8 months pregnant. She's close to delivering, so imagine having to deal with that shit, and you about to give birth. Like, niggas be on some fuck shit, y'all. I hate to talk to y'all like that, but y'all be on some fuck shit. Y'all really be on some fuck shit. And I think that's why a lot of females nowadays be on some fuck shit too. Because y'all niggas set the bar. I'm gonna talk about Miss Robbie. Miss Robbie, the lady that runs Sweetie Pies. Y'all, this shit is crazy. Like, now, welcome to Sweetie Pies. I don't think it comes on no more. I think it got canceled or whatever like that. But, yeah. Like, I remember sitting there watching the seasons and stuff like that. And I remember the season when Andre got killed. Andre is her grandson. Let me set this up for y'all, for the people that don't watch Welcome to Sweetie Pies. So Welcome to Sweetie Pies is about this lady named Miss Robbie. Miss Robbie used to sing backup for Ike Turner and Tina Turner way back in the day. But she ran into some issues. She ran into some problems, and one of her lungs had collapsed. So then she couldn't sing no more. So she went and opened up a restaurant. She opened up a soul food restaurant in St. Louis, and it was doing like really good. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's like a landmark or whatever in St. Louis. And then like she spread out a little bit. She got a son that got some big ass hips. This nigga body, he's shaped just like a female. Like, I never seen a nigga with hips like that. Like, y'all remember when I had told y'all in my other videos how I don't really got a type? You know what I'm saying? You could be real tall and skinny and I'm attracted to you. Like, the bonier the better. Or you could be fit and I'm attracted to you. Just don't be shaped like no female. Like, don't have no big hips. That's what I was talking about. I was talking about niggas like him. This nigga got big hips, fat ass. He got titties, like all type of stuff. Like, I don't know what was going on. But yeah, Tim, he was like going behind her back and like opening restaurants and shit behind her back and taking money behind her back and getting checks in her name and all type of stuff. He was doing all type of foul shit. Like, the nigga money hungry. He not good at managing money. That's why he always wants money, because he's not good at keeping money, holding on to money, and doing whatever he needs to do with money. So she had sued him probably like a few seasons back, before the last season. She had sued him, and then like they wasn't talking and all type of stuff like that happened and blah blah blah, blah. Anyway, Miss Robbie has a grandson. A grandson, which is her oldest son's son, which is Tim's brother, right? Now, Tim's brother, her son, Miss Robbie's oldest son, had got killed when Andre, that's her grandson, was like a baby. So he never really knew his father, but he was like in the streets and he was getting caught up in all type of shit like that. So he was around her. Like, he had came to stay with her, and you know, she was going to get him on the right track. She was like showing him the business and stuff, and he was doing good. Like, he was getting his life together. He finished high school, like all type of good shit like that. But Tim was always on some shit with little dude. Like, he was always on some shit. Like I didn't get the uncle vibe. Like, I didn't get the, you know, that's my son, because that's my brother's son, so I'm gonna look out for my brother's son. Like, I didn't get that vibe. I got some whole other type of vibe, right? So into like a couple of seasons in, Andre gets killed, and you know, I remember it was so sad. Like, they documented the whole thing. It was so sad and shit. And then this nigga was going to the spot where he got killed with Miss Robbie, and like, yeah, it like to find out that now they claiming that he set up that entire thing. He set up the entire murder for some insurance money, and then now they're saying he was trying to set up for his moms to get killed because he got $1 million policy, insurance policy on her. Like, yeah. Your own blood, like, really, money means that much to you. Like, I know they were saying that he's in debt, but damn, like, if that shit is true, because it's just allegedly right now. I think he has been charged or indicted. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure, y'all. But if that shit is true, that nigga need to rot in hell. Like, you killed your brother's son, and then you try to get your mom's killed. Like, nah, nigga, you need to be fucking, like, your balls need to be tacked to a tree. Like, for real. Like, what the fuck is that all about, y'all? I hope that's not true, but they saying that it's true. Like, it's coming out. Some stripper basically spilled all the tea. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe he wasn't sending her money like he was supposed to, and she just decided, well, since you're not giving me no money, I'm just gonna tell all our business. I'm just gonna tell all the shit that went on. It's fucking sad, y'all. It's so fucking sad. I'm gonna pray for Miss Robbie. Last story. This this story. You know what? I always thought it was cute, like way back in the day, that Monica used to fuck with C Murder. Now, I was a No Limit fan. Like, no bullshit, y'all. No bullshit. I was a No Limit fan. Like, I was not in love with Silk the Shocker like most people was. I was in love with C Murder. I was in love with C Murder. This was back in the day, like when I was young and stupid, and I liked gold teeth and all type of shit like that. I ain't even, like, in New York, you didn't see no shit like that. You ain't see no niggas with gold teeth. You might see a nigga with a cap or two, but you ain't see niggas with whole fronts and all type of shit. And back in the day when I was young and stupid, because ask me if I'm into that shit now. I think that shit is so disgusting, and I think it's so immature. That's why I don't like to see niggas with gold teeth. But way back in the day, yes, if you had some gold teeth, I was in love with you. And I was in love with C Murder. So I always thought that it was cute that little Monica had, her little thing for him, and they was dating and all type of stuff like that. So now, I guess the dude been in jail. I don't even know, y'all. It has to be like 20 years he been in jail. 20 plus years. He's doing life for murder. But she went and hit up Kim Kardashian like, yo, you need to get my nigga out. You need to get my nigga out. Like, my nigga needs to come home. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now everybody's speculating, talking about, oh, well, she broke up with Shannon for cheating on her, and she was cheating with C Murder. How's she cheating with a nigga in jail? And don't even sit there with that bullshit like, oh, she wrote him letters and she was emotionally attached to him and blah, blah, blah. Nigga, how you cheat with somebody in jail? How big deal? Like, well, why she want him out? And you know what I'm saying? She was married 2 times since he been in jail. Like, what she was supposed to do? Like, I think they broke up when he got arrested. I think. I'm not sure. Because Monica was in a whole bunch of relationships. She was in a relationship with that producer, and she had 2 sons for him. What's his name? Rocco. If you in Atlanta, I guess you know what Rocco. I didn't know who he was. I seen him a couple of times, and somebody had to tell me who he was. I didn't know who he was. But she was in a relationship with Rocco. Then she was in a relationship with another boy, another dude, and he ended up committing suicide in front of her. Like, and then she met Shannon, the little basketball player Shannon or whatever like that. So, I mean, like, if a nigga get arrested for murder and it ain't looking good, because apparently it wasn't looking good because he got convicted of it, and he ended up doing life. I'm sure they had a conversation, and he was like, listen, shorty, like, go on with your life, because I can't do nothing for you in here. And you can't do nothing for me in here except write me letters and come see me. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure they had a whole conversation or whatever. But, I mean, like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with her right now? If we speaking right now, what's wrong with her trying to get him out of jail right now? I don't see what's the big deal. And people's making it a big deal that Master P basically saying that she was his ride or die and all type of stuff. I guess his ex-wife don't like that. She talking about I'm the one that made the trips, and she got a point, yo. She was there the whole time. She was taking trips. She was taking care of their daughters and stuff like that. So I can understand why she might feel some type of way if you calling this nigga, you calling her, his ride or die. I'm his ride or die. You know what I'm saying? I could kind of feel her. I feel her, but I don't see what's the problem with her trying to work hard to get this nigga out of jail. And if you could use Kim Kardashian's little bubblehead ass for anything, yeah, use her for that. You know what I'm saying? Because the president likes her titties. The president likes her ass. You know what I'm saying? The president likes to look at her and shit. And he already done pardoned somebody. He already done pardoned somebody because of, her tits and her ass, and he likes to look at them and stuff, and he probably wants to touch on them. I don't know if she let him. Maybe she did, But, I mean, if you could use her for anything, why not use her for that? If that's your friend, I would go to her too, like, listen, bitch, I'm going to need a favor. I'm going to need you to go talk to Mr. President, and I'm going to need you to tell him, go in there with a little skin tight dress, push the boobs up a little bit, put him in his face, and get my nigga sent home. Like, if you got a friend like that, why not? But yeah, y'all, that's all I got. That's all I got for today, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video. This was a little quick thingamajiggy, you know what I'm saying? I had to get this in. I had to get this in because too much was coming up, and I didn't want to, like, report on it, like, 2 weeks later, you know what I'm saying? So this will just be another what's really good for y'all, real quick, or whatever. I love y'all. Thank you for supporting me, all those out there, all my new subscribers, good looking. I love y'all. I hope that y'all enjoy. But yeah, y'all, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.